the session. Let me share. Let's see it over here. Taking forward from our last class. In our last class, we have seen like what is artificial intelligence, core mechanism of artificial intelligence. So how it works. First, I explained you what is an artificial intelligence. And okay, before that, yeah, somewhere asking me again, like the contact number on which you can contact me is, my phone number is 8179 591032. And if you are staying abroad, so you can use it plus 91. Okay, over here. You can send a message and you can call me, and I will 8179591032 is the contact number. Notes, you can't get it. Notes, you will get it completely once our official classes starts. All these things will be shared with you. Okay, now I explained you what is artificial. Artificial is nothing but when you have a natural version and you are creating a man-made version of that, that is called as artificial over here. That is a human-made intelligence is called as artificial intelligence. What is natural intelligence? Like humans are the naturally intelligent. Okay. Now, how you can make a model or a machine intelligence by passing the data. And once we pass the data, it will, it will extract the important features from that, and it will become intelligence. Okay. And this process of giving the data is called as training. And what is this model? Model is nothing but it is a program which is written based on the algorithm. This is what is called as model, and algorithm is nothing but a statistical formula which is implemented in a step-by-step manner. Okay. And like when you are giving the cancer data, the same model will act like doctor. When you are giving a stock market data that will act like a stock market expert. And so how you will define this? So artificial intelligence is a field of computer science. You can coordinate with Shiva, you can coordinate with the admin. They are the ones who are having the previous recording, complete recordings. They will share you. Just go ahead and, you can talk to them, or you put on a message. They will send you the recording link immediately. Okay. Now, like artificial intelligence is a field of computer science in which it is used to build the intelligent machines capable of performing the task which requires to do it human intelligence. Okay, perform the task which requires human intelligence over here. And like driverless cars, robotic doctors, and all these things. And I explained you. Now, this artificial intelligence was the term was first introduced, which we call it as coined, in the year 1956 by a gentleman called as John McCarthy. Okay, and as I said it, this artificial intelligence is a concept, and this is introduced. This can be implemented with that different versions or different technologies like machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, or agentic AI. Okay, these are kind of a fields of your artificial intelligence which are used to implement the AI. Okay, now what is machine learning? Now, I explained you this one also there. While training will be of three types: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. And coming down to the artificial intelligence, types of artificial intelligence. One is called as artificial narrow intelligence, in which we are currently in. And next one is artificial general intelligence and artificial super intelligence. Artificial general intelligence is nothing but you are, you are creating. We are not created any of the models as of now. To give you an example, so the artificial general intelligence will be a model where it will be exactly same as that of the humans. How the humans behave, how the human thinks, how the human has emotions, feelings, everything will be there in this artificial general intelligence. And artificial super intelligence is nothing but it is a far ahead compared to that of the human intelligence. Once you create one super intelligent machine, that will dominate them, that will take care of everything. We don't need they don't need any human intelligence over there. The best example, as I said it yesterday, you can look out for what do you call it, as Transformers movie. There, the robots which come from the outer space, they can transform themselves. They have the feelings, they have the emotions, they can transform from one shape to the another shape, and they are made up of nanotechnologies like small particles, which they are now. We are heading towards that. Maybe it may take, like, you can see this one by end of 21st century. Now, this is the end of this 21st century. You will observe this. Now, I don't think so. I'm sure that I may not be, because I'm in 30s. Maybe I may not see it. But any of you who are very young, maybe there's a good chance that you can observe this. Okay, this road. If anything really very quick, fast, it may happen. And, then you may see it in 50s or 70s, 2070 or like that. But usually they predicted it as it will be presented only. You can see a super intelligent model only at the end of this century. But before that, this itself will get you a lot of things, or a lot of revolutionized things will be observed in this phase. As I told you, there won't be any disease which cannot be cured, and organ transplantation will be as simple as, like, changing your mobile phone or something like that. Okay, you are going to, there will be a specialized banks, organ banks, which store your organs, not the similar organs. They will make your organs, and they will store it over here. How you have your own bank account, you will store your money over there. That the same way they will create when you are young. They will take your tissues and they will start building the organs as per your existing organs, and they will keep it in that one whenever it is required. That is like at least months and years early, your system will, or your body will inform to the AI system that this organ is about to fail. Then that will be information will be passed on to your relevant doctors. The relevant doctors will do the necessary arrangements to replace that particular organ, because you will already have it. With this, the human lifespan will be increased. Now, human lifespan is in India, it is like 60, 65. Maybe in the Western countries, somewhere around 80, you can say it as. I'm not talking about Japan. Japan is like 90, 100, but 75 to 80 is in the Western countries. And, once this AI comes into, that is artificial general intelligence, the human lifespan will increase by 50 to 60 years, like it may be around 150 years to 200 years. Okay. Again, now each and every organ of the human can be replaced over there. And there won't be anything, or there won't be human deaths because of the organ failure. No, until unless it is something serious accidents which may happen, then they may lose the human life, but mostly they will want to secure the human life. Okay, that's the way it will go on. And this is far, far superior. Okay, now let's go into a bit detailedly. What is machine learning? Now, again, I'm saying, before getting into the machine learning, now I'm going to explain what is machine learning, but machine learning is not a part of our course. Okay, so machine learning, actually, again, you listen to this as a story, then it will be very, very interesting. Okay, now machine learning, actually, there is, again, there was a conference which has happened under the Dartmouth conference. Dartmouth conference under MIT, the same conference which has happened, artificial intelligence where came up, the same thing. And this was in the year 1959. Okay, 1959. And this time, a gentleman by the name Arthur Samuel came onto the dais, and he started speaking about the machine learning. He started speaking about the machine learning. What do you mean by machine learning is, NLP covered in this course. Yes, it is covered, Chakravarti. And I don't know who is this. Shiva is, now you are talking about the recent one, like fingerprint recognition or face recognition. These are the basic stuffs. We can do it right now. It's not a big deal. Okay, I'm talking about, when you are talking about this one, this is the next generation of AI. Okay, where a lot of things get changed over there. Dartmouth is a college, and they conducted a conference, and that is what is called as Dartmouth Conference. So MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, has a college by the name Dartmouth, and they conducted the conference that is called as Dartmouth Conference. ML is not covered as a part of this course. Okay, just I'm giving you information so that you can understand the deep learning and generative AI. Okay, so here the Arthur Samuel is the one who came up, and he started speaking about machine learning. Now, again, this gentleman, the Arthur Samuel, he was not talking anything like conceptual. Actually, he experienced, and he was literally showing the practical stuff over there. Okay, he was just showing the practical stuff. Now, as I told you over here, AI, now artificial intelligence, John McCarthy came onto the dais, and he tried to explain the concept of artificial intelligence, how we can make a machine intelligent, and how the machine will be useful when you make it intelligent. Now, he was not having anything practically practical functioning machine or something like that. Nothing was practically available. He was talking about the entire process, a concept. But this gentleman, the machine learning, this author Samuel was experienced something where the machine was learning by itself. Okay, now what happened was, now you can see it in the year 1952, that is exactly 7 years earlier than your this conference, when this Arthur Samuel was working in IBM. Of course, IBM was only software company at that time, and the people who were working is this, they were looked at like a with a high respect. And the Arthur Samuel, when he was working, he developed a program. Okay, and this program is nothing but a checkers program. Now, checkers is like a game which is like a chess playing game. You can take it as a chess game only. And what he did it is, he built this chess program. Okay, checkers program. I'm just using the term chess. Okay, and this was a rule-based chess program. It is not that intelligent. Now, it is a rule-based chess program. Now, he was very proud of this game, and he invited all his friends to come down and play this game over here. That was in 1950s. Just imagine, he created a program where one side the computer will play, second, the other side the human can play it. Okay. Now here, when you take it, this one, again, this is not a graphical game as you see it. It was a normal a game over there. Okay. Now here, when this person, like humans, this is not so intelligence, they were able to defeat this one between 10 to 15 moves. The humans were far intelligence compared to that. They were able to defeat it. Now just imagine, now it's you. You went to play this game and you defeated this program with 12 moves. And you were so interested with this game, and you went back again after 2 weeks to play the game. But when you went back again, now what you observed is, you are not able to defeat this particular program within 12 moves. No. Even though if you are moving exactly same moves, what you have done it earlier, you are not able to defeat it because it was started defending itself. So it may take like maybe around 20 moves. Now, when they asked about the author Samuel that, have you changed the program? The author said that, no, I never changed the program. It is the same old program. Now, what is happening over here? This is the machine. The machine is nothing but our system. System started learning by itself. Okay, it started learning by itself. How is that possible? Because this program was based on the algorithm. Okay, he didn't go with the normal program. This program was based on the algorithm. Okay, when you deal with the algorithm, now it has a like a glimpse. It was started showing the glimpse of learning. Okay, it was learning from the experience, whatever these people are giving over past 2 years. It was started learning it, and it was started showing that intelligence. Now, this suddenly emerged property of this particular program, he named it as machine learning. Okay, machine is learning by itself without human intervention, without explicitly program. We are not changing it. Whatever we have done it starting, based on that only it is learning and it is shown. This is what is called as, machine learning. So you can define this machine learning as, machine learning is a type of artificial intelligence that allows machines to extract intelligence from the data. What we have provided the data, from that it is going to extract the data by itself without explicitly program. That is, the machine starts learning by itself. When you give the data or when you give some data, it will start learning itself. That is what is called as machine learning. Now, exact definition of that gentleman author Samuel is, again, I'm just putting in the triple quotes, this definition. It is a field of study that gives computer ability to learn learn by itself. Learn by itself without explicitly program. Now, this is an enhanced version. Now, we are going to use this one. But actually, the author Samuel definition was this. Now, over the time, this definition has slightly changed, and this is. Now, if you want to see this guy, author Samuel, how he look like, he is the one. Okay? He's the one. And how the John McCarthy look like? Yeah, John McCarthy. He is the one. He is expired in 2011. He was born in 2027 and he expired in 2011, and his contribution was really amazing. And he also developed a language called as Lisp, L-I-S-P. If you come across any language of Lisp, that is, please remember, these are one. And just imagine 1950s, he thought about giving intelligence to the machines. And we are implementing that after 70 years. Why now? As I told you, there were a lot of things were there, lack of data, lack of technology, lack of resources. There were so many things because of which we are implementing this. Okay. Now, now let's go further with deep learning. See, like okay, guys, if you have any queries, please don't hesitate to drop a message, or you can related to the concept as we move forward. You can just drop a message, or you can now, anything like a generic concept, you can ask me at the end of the class, or you can call me directly. If I'm available, I will take your call and I will answer it. If I'm not available, please don't misunderstand me. Please drop a message, because I must be busy in some or other meetings, and that's the reason why it is. Okay, now let's take it over here. What is deep learning? See, actually, there were some problems which were not able to solved by your machine learning. Now, the machine learning was having some limitations, that if the small data is there, it can deal with it. Now, what I mean by that is, see, the basic principle, as I told you, you will be having a model. Model is nothing but a program based on the algorithm, and we are going to give the data. Okay, you are going to give this data to the model, and the model will learn from this data, and it will start behaving intelligently. Okay, we know it. This one. Now I will say this like This is the way I will see it. Okay. Now, this is the data. Clear? This is my model. See, the problem arises when machine learning can handle with a small volume of data and with a low dimensional data, like, very low dimensional, like structured form, or you can say it as tabular data. You can deal with it very well. But as the data size increases here, when the size of data increases over here, then your model will not, your ML model will not behave properly. It will not able to handle it. Okay, ML model will not able to handle it. Now here comes the deep learn. Now, like a very large volume of high dimensional data, the best example is images or text data. I think yesterday, like someone asked me that the text data, image data, where they will be handled. That is called as your NLP and CNN. And this image data, now you can't handle it with the ML. You can't do it. Or image data, you can't deal with it. So then we need an advanced version where you have to deal with it. That is called as deep learning. Deep learning, you can say it as an enhanced version of your machine learning. Okay. Now, first and foremost thing, what you have to remember, guys, whenever now deep learning, we are going to do it very detailedly in our course. Okay. Now, if you ask me to teach directly from the NLP and go forward, I can do it. But why I'm giving it this deep learning is, as I said it, the generative AI is in the market from past 3 years. Now, you can't say that I worked on all 3 years. You can say it as 2 years, you can keep it. Agentic AI is in the market from just 1 year. Now, if you are having some rich experience over 5 years or 6 years, then you have to justify yourself, right? Now, you can't say that I'm all the way coming from a different technology and I wanted to accommodate myself into AI. There is a slight hesitation will be there. So that's why I'm giving you the deep learning very detailedly so that you can justify your experience beyond generative AI. Okay, beyond generative AI. So now one thing you have to understand is whenever we are talking about deep learning, you should remember the human brain, because deep learning is purely based on the human brain. Okay, structure of the human brain. And the one more thing you have to remember is deep learning has two major fields. Okay, two fields, I can say that. One is called as computer vision. Next one is called as natural language processing. Computer vision is you are providing the vision to the computer. That is what is called as computer vision. Okay, so that the computer can see the things. Okay, so computer can see the things and computer can recognize the things. Yes, it can recognize the things. Okay, now NLP is nothing but you are making your computer understand your language. The best example is Alexa. And here you can say it as your face recognition system. Like you have the image, like when you give your face in front of your mobile, that can be recognized, right? That is over here, computer. You can do the programming for that, no problem. Okay, and when it comes to the case of natural language processing, you are making your system understand the human language. These are the two major fields of your deep learning. Now, how to define the deep learning? See, deep learning is one of the type of artificial intelligence which is considered as also a subset of machine learning. I said it. If whatever the problem statements which we were not able to handle it in the machine learning, then we are going to handle it in our deep learning. Okay, so I can give it as deep learning is a type of artificial intelligence which can be considered as subset of machine learning. Machine learning, and now the subset means it's a part of machine learning or it is derived from the machine learning. Okay, now deep learning uses, how it will work means, deep learning uses artificial neural network based on biological neural network, which is nothing but a human brain. Based on the human brain. Okay? To solve complicated problems. Like like text generation or sentiment analysis or object detection, etc. There are so many other of this. You can take it. Okay. Now, as I told you, there are two fields of this deep learning. One is computer vision. What is this computer vision? See, in a simple terminology, computer vision is nothing but, we can say it as providing a vision to the computers. Okay, you are going to provide vision to the computers. That you can consider as computer vision, so that your system can we can say it as can recognize the things. That we can consider it as computer vision, that your system can recognize the objects. Okay, that we can consider it as computer vision. So how to define this? It is a field of deep learning in which system is provided with ability to understand visual objects. Okay, visual data, I must say visual data, and recognize and extract patterns. Extract the patterns. It will understand the visual data and extract the patterns with which it can recognize the objects. Now, the very important point I should say it is how this is implemented. This is implemented with the CNN. That is nothing but convolutional neural network. Okay, it is nothing but the convolutional neural network. Just a minute. Muni Chakravarti. I don't know like what you are asking. Deep learning is covered. I said it right. We are covered that we are going to cover the deep learning over here. And is because of the huge data. I don't know what is that question is. You have to fill up that question. And face ID. Yeah, face ID. That's fine. Okay. Now, this is implemented with the convolutional neural network. What is this NLP is? NLP is nothing but natural, like you are giving an ability to the system understand, interpret, and generate the human language. Okay. Now, it is a field of deep learning in which the system is provided with special feature of understanding, interpreting, and generating human language. Okay, now this is implemented with the RNN. That is nothing but recurrent neural network. Okay, now this is what it is. Now, these are about your deep learning. Now, you may ask me a question over here. You should get a doubt over here. How come this is related to our brain? Because our artificial neural network, what I'm talking about, like here, artificial neural network based on the biological neural network. Biological neural network is nothing but a neural network which is there in our human brain. That is what is called as biological neural network. Based on that, we will generate the art. I will explain you detailedly as we move forward in the course. Okay. Now coming down to the deep learning. Okay. I'll explain you detailedly like this, guys. If you, I don't know which class is having that. Yeah, the deep learning over here. This is the one. You can say it as this is your biological neural network. That is, this is one neuron, second neuron, third neuron, and fourth neuron. And these neurons are designed to extract the features from the input data. Whatever the input data is there, that we are going to extract the features one after the other. Like if you are seeing a person, now that will first neuron will take the eyes, recognize the eyes, hair, mouth, nose, and like that. So many neurons will form a network and remember a particular object. Okay, that neuron looks like this, actually biological neuron. Okay, and same this neuron, the artificial version is this one. We call it as perceptron, P1, P2, P3, P4. And once we give the input, the first one will extract the first level features, second one extract the second level features, third one extract the third level features, fourth one extract the fourth level features. Okay, this is the way it will go. This is an artificial version of our neuron. This is a biological version, and they are connected in a network. We call it as artificial neural network over here. Got it? This is called as artificial neural network. Now, this is a way the biological neural network will be working. The artificial neural network will be working in this way. Now, again, we will go so deeply into that, explaining the concepts. You can see it. so detailedly, so that you will have the complete understanding of this. So now don't get confused. Now that's why I was saying it. We will go very detailedly into this. Okay. Now, one thing. See, actually, this particular concept of perceptron. Perceptron is nothing but it is an artificial version of biological neuron is called as perceptron. Okay. What is this? Artificial version of biological neuron. Okay. Artificial version of biological neuron is called as perceptron. Now, again, this was first coined by a gentleman by the name Frank Rosenberg, and he coined the term called perceptron. And in 1957, officially they say that 1957, some people will say that 1958. Now you can check it out. So, and this guy came up with this perceptron. Perceptron is just now I showed you guys over here. Where is that? Here. This. No. Here. Here, deep learning. Here, this is our biological neuron. And this biological neuron, they made it an artificial version called as perceptron. Okay, this was first introduced by a gentleman called as Frank Rosenberg. Here, Frank Rosenberg. And this guy has given the credit to there is like there is a paper, says the research paper. Based on that research paper, this he came up with this concept. Okay, and those it was based that the research paper on which they call it as Warren and Walter papers. They call it as Warren-Walter paper. This Warren and Walter were two friends in 1942. Okay, sorry, 1942. 42. They came up with a paper where they established the concept of explain the concept of like neurons and artificial version of these neurons. But that was taken further by the Frank Rosenberg. Okay, and this was having its major problems with the network, what this guy was doing it, because they came up based on this perceptron. They came up with the artificial neural network. It was performing good in some cases and it was not performing good on the other cases. So, and they don't know why it is doing that and how to rectify that. It was again in 1957, again in the Dartmouth conference. But then there was another person by the name Jeffrey Hinton. He spent around we can say it as 30 years on understanding the artificial neural network. And he came up with a solution called as back propagation. because of this back propagation, okay, because of this back propagation, the entire view about the deep learning is changed. And this was in the year 2006. 2006. And then right away after this presentation of back propagation, he came up with his papers about the back propagation. He looks like this. He was immediately hired by the Google people. Was immediately hired by the Google people. And till 2022, like he was working as an AI head of Google team. And later on, I don't know, like he was working with a startup company, and later on he had his own company and support was provided. That's what has been heard. But he's the one, actually, the reason behind this deep learning success. Okay, now this is all about your deep learning. Okay, now let's see the deep learning. The advanced version of deep learning. Now, there were some things which cannot be done by your deep learning. Now, what deep learning can do it is, see, if you provide if your model is like this, your model, okay? This is your model, which is already trained with some data, or and you are giving your data to this model. Now, what kind of data it is? Like you are giving, let's take it, cat and dog and horse. This is the data we are giving, images. And this model will learn from this data, cat, dog, and horse. Now, once it understands the patterns, what you do it is you will give a new data over here, new image. A new image will be provided over here. And that is, we don't know what is that image. You are going to provide it. Now, based on these patterns, okay, the cat, dog, and horse. Because if I show you a picture of cat, dog, and horse, you will able to recognize it. What is cat, what is dog, what is horse? You can do it. Because how you can able to recognize it? Because there is a difference in the features, right? Because of that, you are able to do it. Now, when I'm giving a new picture, now this model will compare the features of this with this new picture. Okay, whichever one is closely matching, it will classify into that. If it is closely matching with a horse, it will say this is a horse. Okay, it will see that the similarity of the features, and based on the similarity of the features, it will say that it will classify that one. This is how your deep learning CNN, I'm talking about a CNN model, will work. Okay, now when you take it a similar kind of model of deep learning, so I will take it over here. Here. Okay, now let's take it over here. I have the text data. Okay, we have the text data over here. Text data in a sense like whatever the data you are giving, the sentence, paragraph, or a document, all these things. Now, this model, again, there will be a lot of pre-processing stuff will be there over here. After that, your model is learned. Now, this model which deals with the text data. We call it as RNN, recurring neural network. Now, after that, it will learn this from this data. And what it will do it is, if I give some text related task, text related, suppose I'm giving a review. Now I'm giving a review. Like, for example, I will say, I love this product. I'm giving like this. Now, if you check it out, this one, as a human, we can very easily say that this is a positive review. Okay. But when I'm training my model with a large volume of text data, either my model will also will say that what is the sentiment over here? It is a like positive sentiment or a negative sentiment or a neutral sentiment. It will able to say. Now, these kind of problems can be solved with your deep learning. Try to understand this. So if you are giving a complicated image data, it will extract the features from that, and it will try to recognize the says it will compare that features and learn from those features, and it will recognize the images. Okay, it can be used for image classification, image segmentation, and like there are so many different problem statements we can do it. Okay, image classification, image like face detection, all these things will come under this category. Okay, now when it comes to the case of text data, now there are problem statements like, you can say it as document classification, sentiment analysis, and search engine, etc. Like all these are the problem statements which we can deal with the RNN or these problems. Now, why we need the generative AI? Okay. First thing is, generative AI is a subset of deep learning. Now, you can take it like this. If I want to put down diagrammatically over here, so I can take it as this is my AI. Okay, let's take it. This is my AI. And AI is initially implemented with ML. This was initially implemented with ML. And because there were some problems which were not able to solve by ML, we came up with something called as DL over here. Okay, DL, which we call it as deep learning. And there were some problems which cannot be solved with the DL. Then we came up with the generative AI. This is our generative AI. And, generative AI is next level of the generative AI is called as agentic AI. Okay, you can call it as agentic AI, or we can go with this. So this is my AI. This is my ML, machine learning, and machine learning DL is a subset of machine learning, and Gen AI is a subset of your DL, and this is an agentic AI. See, if you want to learn generative AI, you should be perfect, or you should be well versed with the DL. Okay. Now, if you are directly starting from here, you can do it, but there'll be a lot of things which you will not be able to understand how it is going on internally. Okay, so this is must to have it DL, not ML. No need of ML. So DL, once you know it, and we can easily accommodate ourselves in generative AI. After that comes the agentic AI over here. Clear? Now, this is the relationship between them. If you want to learn agentic AI, you should know about the generative AI. And if you want to learn the generative AI, at least you should know the deep learning, especially NLP part. NLP part is must. Okay, so this is the way they are connected. Now, what is a generative AI over here? Now, let's see this. Okay. CNN, explain where it's used. I explained you where exactly it is used. You can use it in the wherever there is a image related data is there you can use it. Can you give us the example of a computer vision and NLP? I have given Shubham. Like actual course starts from Monday or today? No, from Monday. Okay. Monday or I'm not sure, or Friday. It depends. You can coordinate with the admin. Mostly it will be from Monday. Monday is holiday, so maybe Tuesday we are going to start it. Where is CNN? Explain where it is used. CNN is used wherever you are dealing with images. Wherever you are wanted to segregate the images, there you are going to use the CNN. Your facial recognition is CNN. Okay. After completion of the training, can we able to train LLM with our own data? I think I have already given you this answer, Shubham.
Srikanth, I know you have given the answer, but will you showcase us during training sessions? Means how we can train our data. Can you give me an example? Means during test training.
Yeah, I said it right. Everything will be done programmatically.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Where the deep learning is used in the real time and how can we use the real time scenarios. I gave you these all are real time scenario, Chakrabarti. Like all I'm giving it over here. Document classification, sentiment analysis, search engine. These are not the hypothetical situations. They are all real world scenarios I'm talking about. And here, as I said it, image classification. Like I gave it over here, object detection, image classification, and facial detection. All this comes under the category of CNN problem. These all are real world scenarios. They are not like an imaginary or virtual world scenarios. Okay, they are all real world scenarios. Hope it is clear for you all. Any more questions, please?
Hey, one question. Can you hear me?
Can you speak a bit louder, Chakrabarti?
Yeah. So, is it okay now?
Speak
Audible?
louder, please.
Sorry.
Can you please speak a bit louder?
Yeah. So, my question is like as a real time. So, how we get the problem and like what kind of like for example, if it is Java, so we'll get like a designing the web page as part of this subject. So, how is the requirement comes and then we will get the solution for that? Like, I mean, problem is enough solution anyhow. So, it's a technology dependent.
The problem is like, you know, there may be a lot of scenarios. Now, for example, you are analyzing a situation like, for example, if there is a traffic jam is happening in a particular location, okay, at a particular time. Now you want to know what is, now there is a morning, a particular time, there is a traffic jam happening. Evening, there is a particular time, a traffic jam happening. Late night, there is a traffic jam is happening. You want to know the situation. Now, what you will do it is, yeah,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
what you will do it is, you will capture the CCTV images. And
Okay.
from that CCTV images, you are going to feed to our model. And model will recognize what are the different objects present in that CCTV images. Based on that, it will tell you that what is the reason for that particular traffic jam. Now you may say that we can see it, but there are not one CCTV camera in the city. There may be thousands and thousands of CCTV cameras, and there may be a different parts of the city. There may be different accidents or traffic jams they may be having. So to identify those things, you will use it. Now, for another example.
Before going to another example, I will add one point here. So that can be done using even data science also, right?
Data science, what is the difference between data science and artificial intelligence, please?
Yeah, that's what, because I want like data science is a kind of like, because I have worked on data science as well. Okay, so that scenario also can be done like
No, no,
the
you worked on data science. So how you worked? What are the things you used in using data science?
like R language.
Okay, that's a language. That's it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
what done in the data science?
yeah. It's a scenario based kind of thing. Like
What
for
what
example,
what are the things you used it in data science?
like I mean, language or technical or what kind of?
Now I am explaining you artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and generative AI and agentic AI. There are the concepts inside the artificial. What you learned in the deep learning, please? Sorry,
No, this is
data.
my first. Sorry for that. This is my first class.
No, no, data science. I'm asking about your
Oh,
expertise level, data
oh,
science.
okay. Data science, like for example, we have the complete data. Based on that, we will create a scenario. For example, like Walmart. Okay, so where the people comes and they shop, and based on that bill scenarios, like what are the products they easily pick up at the entry level kind of thing, so that
That
will
will
keep.
be done in the data analysis, right? Why you have to do the data science? Now you are talking about a scenario where a data analyst can do it. I don't think so. There is a data scientist required for this.
No, it's a kind of scenario based.
No,
Okay.
no, because you are literally like, I'm sorry to say this, you don't know what you are talking about. Data science and artificial intelligence are same.
Mhm.
Got it? And you are talking about R. I'm implementing this one with a Python. Now you have gone through some videos and you are coming up saying that this is data science. Why? What is difference over here? Data science is implemented with AI. And AI is nothing but data oriented. Data science is nothing but the science which deals with data. And what you're going to do it? It is a process of extracting knowledge from the data is called as data science. And that is nothing but your artificial intelligence.
So you mean to say that there is no difference between data science and artificial intelligence? If so,
No, is that our data science is implemented with AI.
so data science is implemented AI. You mean to say?
Yeah, for AI, data is required.
True,
And
true.
AI
Because
is implemented with data science.
Okay, so you need to say that the AI can take the data from even data science and process it.
Oh, sir. Data science is not something else. The process of extracting knowledge from the data is called as data science.
Okay.
And this knowledge, when you give it to the model, that model will become intelligent. That is AI.
Okay. So you mean to say that to create a model in an intelligent way is that AI?
Sorry?
Create a model in an intelligent way, that is called AI.
Yeah, obviously. You are creating an
Okay.
intelligent models is called as AI. But how you are creating? By passing the data. Now, this process of extracting the knowledge from the data and giving it to your model, this is called as data science. The both are same. It's kind of two things which are interrelated.
Right.
And now you are making it the two different worlds and you are speaking about them.
Okay. So what is the second one you are talking about?
What is that?
Second one.
What is second one?
The first one we discussed about the, data science or something. Sorry, I forgot to backtrack.
I don't know what second one you are talking about. You are talking about the example?
Example, exactly.
Oh. What do you do, Chakrabarti?
Means?
Yes.
Sorry?
What do you do?
Do मतलब?
मतलब आप क्या कर रहे हैं? फिलहाल आप स्टडी कर रहे हैं, वर्किंग कर रहे हैं?
No, I'm working.
In which technology?
Sorry?
Which technology?
RPA. No,
RPA.
I worked in RPA, not only RPA, I worked in Java and then big data and then data science as well.
Data science use मत कर. चलो छोड़ो. Like, okay, the second scenario I was talking about is like, like if there is an accident happened, someone hit a guy and it went on a car. Now that is captured in the image over there. Now we can extract what is that car number, or we can extract the face of the person by using the CNN. Okay? Okay. Now that's fine. There is one more question coming up. Yeah. Thanks, Pai Kumar. Okay. Now there is a lot of scenarios are there where you have to deal with the images. Okay, where you have to deal with the images and you have to extract. There's a lot of scenarios are there. Now, one of the I dealt with one of the critical thing. Now, a image was generated based on the health insurance, and like health insurance, when a person enters into an ill health, he will enter into a hospital. Then his report was generated in the form of image and is sent to the healthcare company. Now I can't take the name of that. So that company was dealing with a lot of patients' data. And these images, like going through the image, like each and every column over there, and rectifying or classifying this document, which one is critical and all. This was done initially by the humans. And there should not be any errors. Based on the human feedback, the funds were released for this, giving the approval. Now, when we came up with our model, then it was able to capture these images. It will going through the different words over there inside that whole report, And based on the terminology and the criticality of the person, it used to segregate the document into immediate addressing and the one which we can examine. So immediate addressing one, which is like who is met with a serious accident, he has to go with a like brain surgery or the head surgery or something like that. Those things comes under the critical situation. The other one is like, cosmetic surgery or something will be there. So this we used to segregate it and give it to the relevant teams, and they used to go through this document quickly, and they used to do that. Now later on, this first level of the examining also removed, and it was directly sent to the managerial levels who used to approve the claims or like approval the treatment over there. This is another example where you can use it. Okay, now let's go with the generative AI. What is generative AI? Why we need generative AI? Okay, now what is generative AI? Now in a simple terminology, guys. Okay, you can take it. Now I have given an explanation for you about the deep learning. Just imagine. Okay. Now some of like one of you has raised a query, said that, can you please explain me about generative AI or deep learning once again? Now, see, if it is a definition, okay, I can read it. Exactly, I can read it. If you ask 100 times also, I can read it same definition again and again. But you ask me to explain this and this, what is happening, or with some examples. Now, what exactly happens is I didn't read it from anywhere. I was speaking it from my like whatever knowledge acquired over the time. Based on that knowledge, I was generating the things and presenting to you. Okay. Now, if someone, guys, please mute. Okay. If someone asks me to repeat it exactly same thing what we have done it from past 1 hour, then it's next to impossible. I can't repeat the same words, everything in the same format, in the same way. No way. I can't do it. Yeah, my context may be the same. I may explain you about the deep learning, but my examples, my sentence formation, everything may be changed. Okay, that is what exactly happens with your generative AI. See, generative AI will generate the content based on the query. Generate the content. It will not get the content from anywhere. It will learn from the data what you provided, and it will generate the content. Now, maybe the content, the context may be the same. The entire meaning of the whatever the answer the generative AI is providing is same. But the exactly same words may not be there. Now, I will show you. Just see this. I'm asking over here. Okay. Now, here I will give it as like I'm asking about artificial intelligence. Let's take it. What is artificial intelligence? Okay, I'm giving it over here. Now, ignore this one, ignore this part, go to this one. What is saying? It is talking, it is referring to a website where I can go ahead and I can read the content. Okay, IBM. Okay, next one is Google Cloud over here. And next one is here, Geeks for Geeks. Now Wikipedia. Okay, now these are the top ones. Okay, now what I'll do it is I will run it once again this one. I'll run it this one once again. Now you go back over here. Now you see artificial intelligence from IBM, Geeks for Geeks, and Google Cloud and Wikipedia. I'm talking about only first four. They are same, almost same. Now you run it once again. Again, you will see the same IBM, Geeks for Geeks, and Google Cloud and Wikipedia. Now here, what is happening is your search engine has searched the different website and it is referring to a particular websites over here and asking us to go and read it from here. Okay, now that is not so. Now I'm not, we have been doing over the years this one. Okay, it's nothing new. But when I'm going to this one, let's take it my ChatGPT. I'm putting the same question over here. Sorry. What is artificial intelligence? Okay. Okay, artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? I'm asking a simple, I'm copying the same question and I'm running it over here. Now it is giving me an answer. Now why it is not referring to any website? It's not referring to any website, right? Why? Because this is generated. This content is generated. Okay. Now it learned over the time through the different websites, and this content is generated. Now this content is not owned by anyone. It's gone through the different content, different websites, and it is generated. Now let's take it once again over here. I'm going with that ChatGPT again. Here I'm putting down same. Okay, I'm saying it over here. What is artificial intelligence? Now look at this, guys. Artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science that focus on creating machines or system that can perform tasks that normally require human intelligence. Now look at this. Artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science that focus on creating machines or softwares. Now, machines or systems, okay, that can think, learn, and make decisions like humans. In this case, it is saying that can perform the task normally required human intelligence. Now, again, if I ask what is the meaning of this and what is the meaning of this, they are same. They are same. But look at the sentence formation. Sentence formation over here, it is different, and here it is different. It's saying that can perform tasks that normally requires human intelligence. This that can think, learn, and make decisions like humans. Okay. Now, in simple terminology, AI means teaching computers to act smarter. Here, in a simple terms, AI means making computers to think, act like humans, learning from the data, solving the problems, understanding the language, and recognizing the images and all these things. Got it? Now here, this is the one. Now both are same, but what it is doing is it is generating the content. Now what has happened over here is, so when we are dealing with the deep learning, generative AI, there is a very large volume of data will be given, guys. Very, very large volume of data is given to our model. Okay. This is my data. And this is my model. Okay. Now this model will learn from this data. Okay. Now, once it is learned from this data, it will remember that knowledge in the form of parameters. And what exactly it will do is, like, when you ask a question, based on the knowledge what it has, it will generate the content. Altogether, it will generate the content. New content will be generated. Now, that new content is not owned by anyone. Okay, now just if I ask, now I explained you generative AI. Now I ask you, explain me about the generative AI in your simple terms. Now everyone will be giving a different answer, slightly different answer will be there. The context may be the same, the core meaning may be the same, but the sentence formation or examples may be different. The same thing happens over here. This is your model. Okay, this is your model, okay, which is already learned from this, and then it will generate the answers. Not only answers, it will generate the images. It will generate the images, altogether new images. Okay, that is the beauty of this generative AI. Now, quickly putting down over here, guys. I think I have to stop it over here. The other batch is waiting. Now, I'm going to just say it is a type of artificial that focus on creating a new content. Okay? And it is a subset of deep learning and reinforcement learning. Okay? Now, Gen AI concentrates on generating new content. Remember this is a very, very important point. Generating new content. Okay? And here it is example, it can generate output like text generation. Now, this is what is called as text generation. It is generating that text over here. Okay, now you can see it. And there is like image generation. And there is audio generation. There is music generation, etc. Like this. You can get it. Audio generation, music generation, text generation, all these things you can do it with your generative AI. Okay, what is the difference between your deep learning and generative AI is nothing but, generative AI, we are going to generate the new content. Okay, altogether new content based on its learning. Okay, Now, there are some terminologies we have to know about this that we will continue tomorrow, and I will explain you agentic AI, and I will show you the code also. Okay? I'll show you the code, how we are going to do the things and that. Okay? Chalo guys, I will stop it over here and let's meet tomorrow at the same time. And if everything completes tomorrow, tomorrow will be our last class of the demo. Otherwise, we may extend it one more day onto Friday. Or if everything is completed tomorrow, then the day after tomorrow, the link will change. And I will let you know by tomorrow, end of the day, I will let you know on this. And day after tomorrow, we will have a new link. Otherwise, we will have the new link on Tuesday, because Saturday and Sunday we don't have class. Monday is festival, and Tuesday we are going to start our batch. Okay, official. I will stop it over here. Let's meet. Any questions for me, please? Okay. Now here I'm going to end it up. Let's meet tomorrow to continue with the things. Thank you.